In this video, I'm going to show you 3 things that really help me save a lot of time and keep organized on my Mac. And so the first one is Unclutter. This is basically a new space on your desktop. And you'll see here, the whole point of it is to help unclutter and keep you organized. And you have these 3 sections here. I'll explain what they are. Basically, you go to the top of the screen, scroll down with 2 fingers, and then you have a couple things here. So you have a clipboard history, you have this temporary storage for files, and this temporary storage for notes. And I find this really helpful. So what you can do is if you can obviously clear your clipboard history, but if you star something, and I find this really important, then it will stay in the starred section. And what that allows you to do is to quickly reuse things that you use frequently or that you're going to become part of the system. So that's really helpful. Second thing is the files. Obviously, organizing your files is something that you need to do from time to time. What I find is that if I don't keep on top of this, then things start to get out of track. But the problem is each of these folders that I have in has nested folders and things like that. Obviously, you want to start with a minimal structure as possible, but you're going to have folders within folders. And so I'll have 2 Finder windows open and I'll be dragging from one window to the other and be moving most of these files that are like this over to something like this. And then I'll find a file that's completely different. It goes into personal, in a nested category and stuff like that. And so what I can do is I can actually just drag that file. It doesn't matter what it is, just drag it in to this file and we'll move it out of here and into this temporary folder. And so then later on, I can find the right folder and drag it into where it's supposed to be. So I find that really helpful as well. The third thing is notes. This is for short-term notes. And I find this really helpful because when I'm doing work and I get an idea or something, before what I used to do is put it in Evernote or Notion, and then I just end up with a lot of kind of notes here. With this, it is a temporary place, so I know I'm going to move it into the right place when I'm done. So that's the first thing that I want to do. The trick that I want to show you, I'll show you that in a bit. It doesn't require any payment or any software or anything like that. But the next one I want to show you here is with Magnet. Okay, so this is Magnet. Basically what this will allow you to do, and I find this really helpful if I'm updating or copying and pasting between different documents or something. I can set up one browser in some of these different sections, right? So I'll just clip it like that and it will be just on the top section, or I can put it just to the right. And so it will snap into place when you do thirds, things like that. And so it's perfect. I can set up a different browser over here and then drag between the 2 of them or a different instance of this browser. And often this makes a lot of sense because you just are reading something off here and then you want more space on one side or the other. So that's called Magnet. I'll put a link to both of those in the description. And then lastly, the thing that you want to do is if you press Command Option and 8, you can zoom in. And this is really helpful if I'm doing screenshots. So I can highlight a specific thing and then I can actually press that and go out again from that. So Command Option 8. And how you set that up is under the accessibility sections. So you would just go to accessibility and then you go to zoom and then you toggle this on and then you have shortcuts to zoom. So if I press Command Option 8, it's going to zoom in a little bit on my cursor and Command Option 8 to zoom out again. Just helps bring a little clarity and focus if you're doing any screencast tutorials or things like that. So those are 3 tools that really help you get organized. I'll put a link to the description. Let me know what tools you use. And if you use these tools, I would love to hear what you think about them. So drop that in the comments and we'll see you in the next video.